The year of the snake in 2025 was a year of release, right? Of shedding the old skin, the old wounds, peeling it off, letting it die, letting some relationships die quietly, letting the energy, giving the energy its space to move. It was the year of the snake was a time to sit in the shadows, to sit in introspection, to sit in the cave. And I know a lot of you who have been doing this, and I did this perfectly. Well, I mean, there was nothing perfect about the year of the snake, because it was all coming up to the surface, and there's still a lot coming up to the surface. But jump to the year of the horse, which is right now, February 17, 2026 is the beginning of this. This is all about movement, momentum, change. It's all we're not hiding anymore. We're not hiding in our cave anymore. The fire horse. I mean, there's 5 elements in each of the animals. The fact that the fire comes with the horse, those are 2 very wild, if you can think about that, right? This is a movement energy. This is we're not sitting anymore energy. And if you think about it, this is not like waiting for permission or waiting for validation anymore or approval. This is just going for it. And if we look at the Western Zodiac, if you look at all the fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, these 3 signs, there is no sitting around. Although I'm Leo, Sagittarius, there's no sitting around. And these are impulsive signs, spontaneous. They roar, or they travel, or they move into, they impulsively open businesses, or this is that kind of energy. In this year of the horse, the fixed signs, which is still Leo, by the way, which is Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and I always forget this. Aquarius. Okay. These 4 signs are gonna be in full resistance mode, because they're fixed is like you're more grounded, right? So change is a little bit more challenging, just a little bit more challenging, a little bit more triggering, let's say, for the fixed signs. Water signs are going to have a ride of their life, let me tell you, right? Like, think about it. Fire, water puts out the fire for sure, but the fire is like going to force a lot of change in water signs. There's going to be a lot of emotional breakthroughs for the water sign. It's it's all done. It's all an evolutionary process in the end, right? So water signs would be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So if you're a fixed sign, you're like everything. It's all good though. Don't let's not attach too much to these things. We're just having fun here, right? So before I get into talking more about the fire horse, I want to do the evolution arc so we understand this, right? So if we do like the year of the snake, and then we go into the year of the horse, and we could see how this evolution is going to happen. Right? So the year of the snake, like I said, it's like this release of trauma. A lot of people cut cords. A lot of people had silent realizations. We had like these moments where we were in our cave and we're like, I don't know how many times I did a moment in this past year. Sometimes I shared it with you, and sometimes most of the time I didn't. I just shared it with my phone so Big Brother could hear me. But otherwise, or I wrote it in a journal. It's just like this. The year of the snake felt to me like an emotional detox. right? Because we were more silent, the snake is silently slithers into the tall grass, right? he's not like I'm a lion, hear me roar kind of energy. Like us too, as soon as the energy emerges, we see it, we feel it, and then we shed it, right? We have to move through these energies. It's not like the snake came around and was like, oh, let's just shed. No, we went through it. In the grass and in the water and on the mountains, we went everywhere, right? We really went everywhere with these emotions. And a lot of us have not fully moved through these emotions, and that's okay, right? But the thing is, with the horse, the only thing with the horse is that if some of you avoided the shedding in 2025, the horse will drag you. That is the difference. Like the year of the snake gave you that year to, okay, let's just face these mirrors, just face these things and these energies, right? Sit where you can, go in the nature, go in wherever you want, but this has to come up. The horse the horse we know is a compassionate animal, of course, but the fire horse is all about speed. It's all about movement. So he's not sitting with you like the snake did. He's like, we're going, right? So this I'm going to talk about this a little later, because that could be there. It's here where you're going to see that there's going to be a little bit of resistance, and some of the animals here are going to have a harder time, right, moving through this year. But there's a lot of good too coming, right? So now we jump into the horse, the year of the horse, right? We've all done all what we needed to do with the snake, and now we move into the year of the horse. And this is like where the snake was more private and more secluded, the horse is more public, more recognition, more hello, I'm here kind of energy. So that's going to be to me, it's like a polarity, right there, because everything is in, and this is like, oh. So like a lot of bold decisions are going to be made this year, from you, from people around you, from other external forces, perhaps. You're going to feel a lot more this, and you're going to feel more what is it, like diving into, like taking risks. Like you're going to feel that momentum. You're going to be like, oh, you know what? Fuck it. I'm doing this kind of thing, energy, right? The horse is going to be like, yeah, let's do this. The horse is not going to let you go into your cocoon anymore. So with this fire horse being movement, right? Every time I think of a horse, I think of chariot energy as well. Like, okay, let's move, let's go. Like, what does moving mean? Moving home, moving to a new country, moving to a new city, changing where you are living right now, like changing things up, travel, relocation, exactly, all of that. Moving because your career, there's a career opportunity in another country. So you're like, okay, this is the year that once you bring it up to the surface, the fire horse energy is going to like push you. It's not going to make you question. So that's a kind of interesting year for a lot of us. And yeah, with that comes this need to, open new businesses, open new communities, open new centers, open this desire to share what you've been through, maybe creating a YouTube channel, like whatever it is, like, and the fire horse is gonna, of course, encourage you. But the fire horse also brings impulsive choices, which is kind of a good thing, because I kind of like the idea of stop overthinking, right? Like just put you into spontaneity mode. Like yes. It's like a yes year. Let's do it. Okay. And the consequences we'll deal with after. So that's kind of a beautiful thing. This is not a quiet year. I'm not seeing, I don't see this as This is a very visible year. This is like a look at me year, or look at us year, or let's just, let's make these dreams come true kind of year, which is beautiful, but it could be tiring too. So let's go. I'm going to continue. I've written things down because, I am a tarot reader and not a Chinese astrologer. So the fire horse energy, the gifts of it. I'm going to talk gifts and wild cards. Gifts are, the amazing things the gifts that it's bringing this year. And the wild cards are like the reverse of tarot, let's say, right? So the gifts this year is going to bring magnetism, charisma. You're gonna start to feel a little bit more like like outgoing. You're going to feel like maybe, like if I just related to myself, last year I was indoors, people. I had no desire to go outside. Even in the summertime, I had no desire to mingle with people. I had no desire. And so perhaps this year is the total polar opposite. It's going to be like party time or whatever it is, right? It's just the energy. Anyways, you don't have to follow and abide by the energy. It's just you're going to feel it around you in your life. There's obviously with that comes confidence, right? And there's going to be a lot of creative breakthroughs, a lot of relationship breakthroughs. Like breakthrough feels like every time I see a fire, I just picture the fire horse in my head. I picture a black stallion with fire on his mane, running through the fields or a desert. That's how I can imagine it. So yeah, and there's and I don't see him stopping for the whole year. So he's gonna probably travel the whole world, because I don't see maybe stopping to drink water and boom, out again. That's the year. We're getting ready to lift off. And the thing is that there's no stopping. That's the thing. So it's kind of for someone who leads a very quiet life, who's very reserved, might see this fire horse as danger, like this. Oh my God, no. But it's not gonna, ultimately you're the human, you're the avatar in this movie, and you choose your way, right? So the thing with this fire horse feels like career leaps, if you've been working or school, recognition at school or recognition of the job you've been doing, all the hard work you've been putting in YouTube, it's going to be recognized, things are going to you're going to feel, I was going to say feel at ease, but you're going to be put in the spotlight, perhaps some of you. That's the momentum. That's momentum. If you're artists, maybe you're actors, or you're going to win awards, or musicians, there's this kind of energy showing up here for the fire horse. There's obviously physical vitality, makes a lot of sense here because the horse is a physical animal. Very muscular, so there's a lot of that energy showing up that perhaps there's going to be more people running alongside the horse, and the horse will be running with you, whatever that is, what else is there? Less sedentary weight kind of energy, more active, walking, running, whatever, doing things, I can't even think of cycling, active. And with fire always comes sensuality, right? So that is going to be opening up the chemistry, the sensual chemistry coming up, romantic, but more sensuality, which is beautiful because the snake revived the sensuality, right? It's like the Kundalini was awakening that was the purpose of the snake. It was awakening your sensuality, your confidence, your love of body, your love of self. And the horse is okay, now you got that, let's go. Let's go show yourself to the world. And regardless of what you think of yourself or how you perceive yourself or whatever, it's just this your magnetism is on a high. I mean, freaking awesome, amazing. And then freedom. I mean, for me, I just equate horse with freedom. So whatever that means for you, right? For me, freedom to, speak, freedom to be me, freedom to be transparent, freedom to, whatever that is for you, that is what that is. And it's amazing to me. Now the wild card of the horse energy. Of course, there's always like a polarity, right? The wild card is that you might be too overconfident, right? You might, ego comes up a lot with the horse, right? When you are too passionate and too powerful kind of thing, your ego is like, yeah, baby, let's do this. And there could be a lot of ego clashes. And that could be challenging if you think about it in this world setting. So where the fire horse is encouraging us to do, be, like rise up, like, awaken, rise up against or whatever, or for, or whatever it is. There's also that ego, elitist, let's say ego, like coming in and saying, oh, feeling threatened. So that could be an interesting blow up this year. I can't wait to see that. Anyways, with this impulsivity comes like also burnouts. You're burning your bridges too fast. You're hitting a wall. That could happen too, because you're like, move, and then people get addicted to movement, right? But at one point, the universe is like, yo, you gotta, like, that's why we have to find a balance here. And the restlessness, 100,000%. Oh, wow, this is a big one for me. So conflict from brutal honesty. So, because the more your movement, momentum you have, it's harder to stop. So, I'll talk about this in an ego. I'm going to do an ego video soon. You can watch that. So, starting too much, finishing too little. Yeah. So that, again, if you're in a momentum, you're starting this, starting that, doing this, and moving here, going everywhere. And then after, you're not doing anything, right? So this is just something we have to be careful of. Just be, we're all adults here. We have to just be very aware of like the choices we make. Like in the horse reading, I talk about choosing a lane and then staying in that lane and running with that lane. So, which is horse energy, right? It's the same idea. If we choose 10 lanes and we run, we'll never make it, right? We'll just tire ourselves out. And there's emotional volatility, which makes sense in fire, because again, fire, if you think Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, they are like, they're the starters and they're like so excited. Like if you think about, so excited to start a project, to share their dreams or go do this, go travel. And then they get tired at one point and they're like, oh, because they put so much energy in that beginning, right? So think about that a little. So, we're not here to, we don't want to, like, how can I say this? We don't want to like exterminate the fire, we don't want to tame it. We need to just learn to ride it. That's the key here. So, like fire, the fire horse is not, it's not seeking validation. You're moving into an energy that is pushing you to your next step, to your next project, to your next relationship. And there's no slowing down. So just learn how to slow down in this as well, because you don't always have to follow his blazing trail all the time. It's for me, I feel like it's what I'm getting out of this: run to what scares you the most, right? Like, let's just go for it. There's no place to hide in the year of the horse. fire horse. It's time to leap. It's time to jump. It's time to go. So I'm going to pull a overall energy just to get, you know, the feeling. I've already talked to you a little bit about it, but let's just pull what tarot has to provide for us here. Wow, that's a nice card to get. The Four of Wands. Aries energy. Hilarious. The Four of Wands is celebration, victory, marriage, you know, enjoying life. The foundation is already set, and now it's time to live a little, right? It's kind of the same idea. It's time to stop trying so hard to establish a career, to get a husband or wife or girlfriend or boyfriend. We're always trying. Like, enough. The Four of Wands, like, okay, if it's gonna come, it's gonna come. Trust that. You've already established, the pillars are already set in place. The Four of Wands, enjoying life. So celebrating the little wins as much as the big wins. That's nice. Me gusta. Like that. And at the bottom of the deck is the Nine of Swords, which is you in that year of the snake saying, oh my God, no, but I have so much to deal with. I don't know, maybe it's not the right time. Maybe I'm not going to listen to the year of the horse. I don't want to do anything else. And this is that. And the Four of Wands, like, absolutely not, dudes. Like, what are you doing? We're here. We're ready. We're ready to fly. We're here. We're galloping. You know, we're not trotting. We're not like standing. We're going. Are you coming? That's the reading. All right. So in the next part is your animal. We'll get it in there. We'll get into that, obviously. And yeah, so I'm enjoying this momentum. This is like amazing. Don't fear the momentum. You know, just run with it. It's a time to jump in the fire and not fear the burning flames. Instead of seeing it, just see it as a new opportunity, right? Like, or see like as, I mean, I've taught you. It's not that I'm teaching you anything, but in past videos we've done like rejection and feeling like being okay with being the villain of a story, and all of that gets you ready for this step. You know, gets you ready for, okay, yeah. You know, so what? You know, the snake got you ready, got you strong enough and got you grounded enough to get ready for this movement. So, are you ready? Check out your animal signs. And also, if you're new here, my name is Sabrina, by the way, and I do tarot readings. You can book sessions with me, and you also can just watch my videos, encourage me, like, comment, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. And that's it. I also have Zodiac notebooks on Amazon that are fun and snarky like me. So I love you, and I'll see you in your animals. If you're a pig in this year of the fire horse, this is a year of expansion, abundance, and joy. Pig energy in general is warm, generous, and indulgent. Fire horse energy wants to turn up the volume this year on pleasure, on money, on desire. Pig says, bring it on. The question is, will you overdo it? Hello, my beautiful warriors of love, and welcome to and my pigs. Welcome to this pig reading. My name is Sabrina. For everyone that's new here, I am a tarot reader in Akashic Records. I am by no means a Chinese zodiac expert. I'm doing this for me and for my followers, and I'm having fun here learning about the animals as we move through this. I have my notes here because, as like I said, I am not a expert, and I have written down a whole bunch of notes, and I'm going to share this with you, and we're going to see what's going on with pigs in 2026. Now, pig or boar, I guess some people would, some other astrology, maybe not Chinese, is a boar, right? Same like the goat, the sheep, the boar, and the pig. Okay, let's get on. So we have pigs are usually very lucky in money and love. Is a very lucky animal. You know, everyone assumes pigs are dirty. They're the cleanest animals, by the way. Just because they're rolling in the mud, they're only rolling in the mud because they need that to cover their skin from the sunlight. So it's an interesting. Anyways, that's another debate, right? So we're not going to go there. This is you. So the beautiful things about you is that you love to make people comfortable in your life. You are very generous with your heart. You're generous with your money. You're the type of you're the type of energy that goes out to the restaurants. Ends up buying for a lot of people. Because you're there to have fun. You're there to enjoy your life. You could also be a very homebody who still enjoys it reminds me a lot of a Taurus, which is a lot of Taurus energy here. So there is Western zodiac comparisons we can relate to this sign, and I looked them up, and they're not 100% accurate. They're not exactly it doesn't say that because you can't really find that because the years overlap each other and all, but Pisces and Taurus came up for me. There was a whole bunch of other ones, but Taurus made sense because of this comfort loving and because of this five senses, this overindulgence, because we're so good at that. And Taurus, by the way, Pisces is also overindulgent in a lot of ways when it comes to different things. Like they're romantic, they're very highly intuitive, they're very generous as well. Pisces and Taurus have a very interesting similarities, even though they're water and earth. But water and earth are ally with each other, right? So I did an overall energy, and I got the Queen of Pentacles, which kind of makes sense now that I see the Taurus energy. Queen of Pentacles is Capricorn energy, but she's of the earth signs. The Queen of Pentacles is the mother, the nurturer, the multitasker, the one who loves to have parties at her home, entertainer, cooks for people, right? I could totally see her as an overindulger as well as a pig, right? And I would see also the Queen of Pentacles as someone who has a lot of money at her disposal, someone who likes to spend the money as well. Capricorns are that kind of energy anyways. They're very, they spend a lot of money on themselves, which is fine. And Taurus might spend a lot of money on themselves, but also on others, like as far as entertaining wise. But I mean, Capricorns, I guess, would be the same as well. Anyways, we're talking about pigs here. We're not talking about zodiac, Western zodiac signs. So I kind of love that. When we talk about overindulgence, there is an excessive personality trait there, when you're over giving, but it's not a bad thing, right, to over give. But if it gets to a point where if you're over giving to overcompensate for yourself, that could be an issue, right? But we're going to see this as we move through this. Your wild card is overindulgence, right? And the core theme for you is expansion, and abundance meets impulse, right? Exactly. So that's what the fire horse brings us, is impulse, which is kind of like the fire horse and the pig kind of work together, but because the fire horse is so impulsive, imagine with the pig who loves to shop, who loves to eat, who loves to drink, who loves to do everything with that fire horse. It's like, yeah, go, right? Spend your money, do your things. So you got to be careful this in 2026. And you almost have to be aware of this and stop yourself from like, oh, yes, if I have gone to like a little bit too far now, drop the bag. Throw away the shopping cart. Like kind of energy. I feel like that was coming up for you. I love it. Okay. The Queen of Pentacles could also is also not, she's not so frivolous with her money, but she does spend on high price items. Like she will take care of herself and her family and the people in her life. So that's showing up, and it also feels to me like, if any of you are thinking of becoming entrepreneurs or owning, partnering with someone, or doing something on your own to, I don't know if I feel like some of you have a solid financial background already, but probably not all the pigs do. But if you don't, this is a good sign. The Queen of Pentacles says that money is coming your way, like the finances will get better, but we'll get to that in the reading here. So let's just get into love. So we have love here, and I'm going to pull a card for you here. So with the fire horse, already, like so far your year is awesome. You have abundance, expansion, joy. So if fire horse is coming in love, that means love is expanding for you, right? Joy is expanding for you. Things are going to look really good for you. Really? Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay. So if your partner's romance increases, obviously, there's obviously going to be moments where you might find yourself at an imbalance only because you're overgiving again. This is the thing. So I kind of resonate with this pig energy, even though I'm a rooster. But there's this fine line where you get generosity is beautiful until it becomes almost like a trigger for you, right? It almost becomes like a moment of almost becomes routine and a habit for you, and then you lose sight of why you're actually giving, and you drain your energy, right? And sometimes it's with the wrong people that you're giving to, right? And they drain your energy, they vampire your energy. So be careful with that, because if you get into a relationship, or if you're already in a relationship and you're the one that's giving your love and giving the money and giving the rent and giving, everything, at the beginning you're very happy about it, but then at one point you're like, okay, like reciprocity is always nice too, right? And also, I don't know, I don't know. There's something to be said here, because you could be being taken advantage of in your relationships too, and you need to be careful about that. With the fire horse, like firing up and pumping up the volume for you, you're going to be overly generous and overly caring and overly, I was going to say nutritional, but not nourishing to people, and it's going to be great for everybody else. But then this is very interesting. Now I understand why this card is here, because the Five of Pentacles is like she's spent. She's a little depressed, she's a little sad, she's like done. And this is usually poverty, but this is not. This is more like drainage of energy. And maybe poverty, but we're not saying poverty. We're saying drainage of monies, right? If you overindulge and overspend, then you like find yourself at the end of the month going, oh shit, right? So I feel like with love here, I feel like some of you are, like giving too much of yourselves to your partners, which is great, right? But then also there's that shadow aspect of it too. Doing this, but making sure that it's mutual, right? Because if you're giving somewhere, you have to be receiving something. Again, law of reciprocity. If the law of reciprocity is imbalanced, then there's imbalance eventually, right? Will become greater and greater and greater, and then you'll find yourself, in a self-deprecating place. You'll find yourself in depression, or you find yourself really, like you won't even understand what's going on because I gave this. I was so generous. Like, what else do you want from me? Kind of energy, right? And it's normal. So if you're single, you may fall quickly. If you're single, you might fall quickly for someone. The fire horse will make you feel like, oh my God. But you might ignore red flags that are right in front of your face. You might idealize someone, yes. And you might be too generous too soon. Oh my God, am I sure I'm not being? This is crazy. So because if you're that personality that because I kind of understand this in the sense that, like, when I dated people, I wanted to do things, right? And they couldn't afford it, let's say. But I wanted to go to that expensive restaurant. So I went to that expensive. So I paid for them too, obviously, right? It was just like a no-brainer for me. And those things didn't bother me. It never bothered me until they made it. They became my mirror. Because I was like, why am I spending all this money on these people who are not even appreciating it, right? So that's, if you're single, be careful for that. Like, hold back a little, even though you're super generous. Like, don't show who you are right away, because you need people to show who they are first. That's the rule of thumb, right? And also, like, learn how to create boundaries, my pigs here, because you don't know how to create those boundaries because you are like, everything is over and above for you. Once you set boundaries, then you can give accordingly, which is love, which is money, which is whatever it is you want to give. This is big, and the fire horse is not really helping you at all this year. It's going to encourage you to spend, to indulge 100%. Wow. Be careful here. I mean, it is what it is. It's not it's not the worst thing ever, but you can fall flat with this kind of energy, right? Because you are expending so much, expending and spending that it's not that I don't think that you're gonna end up in a financial hole or anything. That's not what I'm seeing. It's just more energy wise. Well, very interesting. Okay. Let's move on to finances, career, and also education. If some of you are in school, or if you're working, this is for you. Or if you are, and whatever, finances. You're making money, or money's sitting in the bank somewhere for you. This is for you. Okay. Career. Yes. Okay. Well, if you're already coming in with abundance and fire horse, I don't see why money is not about to grow, really rise, really increase really rapidly. How many words can you come up with? Yes. This to me feels like a great year for you to, if you have like already invested in stocks, probably going to rise. If you're have a business, things are going to start working out for you. I feel like it's like opportunities are multiplying, jobs are multiplying, like money is like growing. There's gains here. It's really beautiful. Again, knowing who you are, someone who just like, let's put money here. Be selective in where you're going to put your money. Be cautious a little bit here. You tend to move with your heart, which is absolutely beautiful, by the way. But, you can just like, let's just do it. It doesn't really matter. It's going to come or it's not going to come. It doesn't, like that kind of energy is great. I mean, I love that kind of energy, but you know, be cautious. I think that's the right thing. So even like this is finances I'm talking to you about, in your jobs as well. Like it feels like there's like tons of promotions coming your way, or bonuses, or you know, you expanding your territory, or expanding your business again, or even within, if you're in school, maybe there's this opportunities for you to expand your training, your skills, or whatever it is. So take them, say yes to them, but be selective. Like that's your job, because a fire horse will come in and like bring it all to you, and pig is going to be like, yeah, I'll take it all. You know, we don't need everything, because you already have everything and you already are abundance, right, pig? Okay. I love calling you pig. Okay, this is fun. Sorry, you bore. Okay. Yeah, it's everything I said. Invest wisely. So we're gonna do health. Yeah, done. Health. I mean, for me, it's this. If you're someone who is indulgent, there's obviously, you have to take care of your body, right? So there is a chance, if you're eating a lot because you are someone who loves, like a gourmand, you know, in Italian we call it golosa. It's like someone who just sees food and says, I want to eat, right? Even if they're not hungry. You need to obviously take care of that. So walking, running, you know, whatever exercise that is for you. I don't suggest sitting all the time. I don't suggest something sedentary for you, because of your, although you might be doing a lot of walking while you're shopping. So there you have your calories there, your steps there. So you're burning that. But the lifestyle of a pig seems to be very, you know, like restaurants and shopping and friends and gatherings, and always centered around the senses, you know, food and drink and what have you. So exercise, right? Like whatever that means for you, because walking is exercise, Pilates, Tai Chi, or whatever, you know, and martial arts, whatever it is that you feel the need to, like, I don't see you doing like boxing or anything like that. I see you doing something that is beautiful. Right? It looks good. That looks good, right? So yoga, Pilates kind of energy. Hilarious. Yeah. You have a tendency for burnout, right? So, and also take care of your liver, take care of everything. You know, maybe look into Chinese herbal remedies and medicines, not medicine, you know, like Chinese medicine being not real medicine, right? So that can help with the organs, liver, if you're drinking too much, you know, your stomach, if you're eating too much, kind of thing. Like that, in that way, you know, take care of that. That's what's coming to me. Okay. This is not helping me here. So your elements. So there's 5 elements in every zodiac. There's fire, earth, metal, water, and wood. Let's see. These are like, fire pig is your passion year. If you're a fire pig, would make sense, because the fire horse is all about passion. So if you're single, it's a great year for you to meet lots of interesting prospects. I can use it like that. You can be serious. You don't have to be serious. There's a lot of flirtation going on here. If you're partnered, the passion is going up. So that's awesome. I mean, use it, right? Like, enjoy this moment, because there's some years that we are more demure, and now this is like poof, passion. Earth pig is financial growth potential, obviously. Earth, being grounded, being stable. So if you're an earth pig, expect, like, again, financial windfalls, a raise, or money that comes from an estate, money that comes from an investment, money that comes from people. When people give you money, you say yes. This is like a little message I give all my followers, and we are here in a soul contract. We are a star in a human body. We came for a human experience. If someone is offering you money, you do not say no because of pride. You say yes, but the pig would say yes. So it would be like, oh, yes, I could shop more. Right? So I'll take it. Metal pig, strong will required. The metal is an interesting element here, because the metal seems so rigid a little bit. So stuck in their ways, and it kind of makes sense to me, because I keep referring it to the sword sign, which is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, which is not totally rigid, but they're thinkers, right? So strong will required, perhaps because the pig in general is going to be, yeah, that's a good one though, actually. The metal might win out from all the pigs, because they'll be like more, no. Not yes, 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 yes. I love it. Okay, so stand true, that's strong will. And the water pig is emotional sensitivity heightened, of course, because you're water, it's emotions. So, as water pigs, you probably already know that you're super emotionally sensitive. Like, be careful drinking too much alcohol this year. That's where, the emotions start to flow. And if you're overindulgent, that's usually the road that we take, right? The wood pig is growth through new experiences. Interesting. Nice. Okay. There you go. I mean, being the personality that you are, that you're open to so many different experiences, it's an expansive year for you, so take advantage of that, right? Say yes to different experiences. Don't try not to follow the same road that you've always followed, which is always like the best restaurants, the best shopping areas, even if they're like discount items, whatever it is, like try something else, put your money somewhere else, kind of thing. That's the experience that I'm thinking about here. I love it. Okay. So you will rise. Where you will rise is in joy and visibility. Okay, visibility makes sense because the fire horse is all about public. If there's nothing private about a fire horse, it's all like me, look at me. So you are like moving through that. So just be careful with excess and overindulgence. Of course, that shows up again. Yeah, okay. This year tests your balance between pleasure and discipline. I mean, makes total sense. You are a pleasure seeker. You enjoy adventure as much as you enjoy comfort, as long as it suits your desires and wants, right? It's fine. Like, you're always looking for more, but the fire horse, that's the thing. That's what I wanted to tell you. Is I have told you this before, but the fire horse is going to push you to choose always that. So you're going to have to find that balance this year. And you know what to do, or else you don't know what to do. But if you don't know what to do, book a session with me and we'll figure it out together. But why did I pick out this hangman? Where was this? Was it in the career? That's typical Sabrina. Anyways, the hangman, wherever this is looking at life in a different perspective. So it's kind of the same idea. I can bring it in for everything. Is that looking at your life, when the idea comes in, or when that desire shows up, that to seek that pleasure, or to seek more money, or to seek whatever, stop, pause, take 10 steps back. Maybe you can't walk that fast, but take 3 steps back. And do I really need that? Do I really need to invest in that? Do I really need to experience this? Do I really need this? Ask yourself these things so you can balance yourself out this year. because you're like, no, I want the cake and have, you, like Marie Antoinette, I want to have the cake and have it all. But it's like the saying is like, you can't have the cake and have it all, kind of thing, right? So, I mean, you can if you want, right? But again, you're overcompensating. When you're over anything, when you're overthinking, overindulging, you're hiding from yourself. You're not wanting to see something. So when you're overeating, it's because you're hiding your emotions. When you're over drinking, you're doing the same thing. You're not wanting to see that trauma or that wound that keeps coming up. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful, and beautiful for everyone else around you to enjoy this experience with you. But at the same time, you're hiding. So this year is going to almost like push all these wounds up. The mirrors are gonna pop everywhere in front of you, and there's like moments where you're gonna have to sit still and pause and reflect and face it and face these mirrors, so that you can next time you do spend money, you're spending it because you really want to do it. It's not because you're compensating for a loss that happened, or an abandonment that happened, or a moment that you didn't feel love in your life. And in the moment that you realize, oh, this is because I wasn't loved, is a moment that becomes the aha moment, the awakening moment for you, which it will occur. Wow, this is awesome. I'm glad I found this card, but anyways, hilarious. Let's do a final message for you. So for those of you who are new here and you're listening to me, I am someone who talks a lot about a little bit more. I'm a little bit more expansive in the way I look at things. And I'm unfiltered and too honest. Okay, the gem. Of course we did. I love it. Oh my God. Okay, let me look. 56. LV1. L9. Let me read what it says. There are infinite names for the gem. It is also known as the jewel, the star, the talent, the gift, the gold. One thing for certain is that it's found deep within a substance that is very much unlike it. Yes. For example, a diamond or any crystal. They all come rough and like ugly. Not ugly. They're not ugly. Sorry. Just rough looking and raw. And then beneath it, or in it is this. Oh my God. The gem always stands in contrast to its surroundings. You can't find it when you are among comforts and pleasantries. Precious stones develop slowly deep in the earth amid pressure and darkness. Discovering the gem requires a descent beneath the surface where there is no definitive map. Yet the longing to touch the true gem within us is so strong that we cannot help but seek out its radiance. Your gem, like your destiny, is unlike any other in the entire world. Keep digging. Unique, shining, generative, irreplaceable. Love it. I mean, you are the precious gem, right? Pig, you are this beautiful, shining light that is always giving, but there's a hard exterior around you that you don't show to others. Oh, exactly, right? And that you're only showing that part of you that shines, that's brilliant, that's like accessible. But there's a part of you that is hiding in a cave somewhere, or hiding in her bedroom, or his covers or something, and not wanting to show that. And that's where that overcompensation comes in. Because you don't want to face that ugly part of you. You just want everyone to see that beautiful part of you. But you're both, right? Like the diamond is raw and rough and like a stone. There's no brilliance to it. And it's only inside that there's brilliance. And you're like the opposite, I find. The pig is shown like is so brilliant on the outside, not the actual pig, right? He's cute, the pig, but yes. But you right here and inside, you're holding yourself back from like showing that self of yours. It's almost if you take the pig and you're hiding yourself in the mud, not to show your beautiful essence, which is not always happy, right? It's not always joyful. It's not always that, and it's okay. That's the thing. Facing our past, facing our mirrors is one of the most challenging things we can do in this journey. And I almost feel like 2026 is you being, as much as this is a beautiful year for you, we see it, I think there's going to be a lot of trigger for you. Triggering in a sense where you're going to, the fire horse is going to push you to reveal yourself, your true nature. I'm not saying your true nature is not generous, right? But that pig that will want to give generously, not because they're hiding from someone. It's the generosity that comes from natural, organic feeling inside. I mean, I can go on and on with this one, but I am going to stop right now because this is deep, 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 deep. And this is something that I talk a lot about in my Let's Talks. I have a lot of, I've recently changed my series and I do word cards. Like I did a love card and I did a shift card. Interesting. And in these cards, I talk about all this that's coming up for a lot of people. And we have a lot of mirrors that are showing up for everybody in the collective. And there's no point in, we can't hide. At one point, the evolution is going to get so strong that we can't hide from it anymore. The more messy it is, the more uncomfortable it is the more muddy it gets, is the better, you know? It's going to get better for you because you're going to release that from you. And you're not going to have to hold on to this anymore. And you're going to be proud of that rough exterior. All right. I love you, pig. This was awesome. I learned a lot about you in today's session. Check out the other animals if you wish. There are some, correspondences with other zodiac signs in the other animals as well. And that's it. I wish you the best. I'll give you a big kiss and book a session with me if you'd like. This is the way I am in my sessions, unfiltered and fun and me. So, and triggering. I'm triggering too, unfortunately, but it is what it is. All right, I love you and I'll see you soon. Bye.